video by the three amigas. We're here with our third and final workout for the week. It is yet again another total body workout. Our goal this week was to just make everybody feel really strong and empowered by the end of the week, so I hope you have been tuning in to every video as we go. Today we have 8 exercises. We're going to go top to bottom through all 8 3 times. The good thing for counting is that our rep count stays consistent. Everything is in tens. So we've got 5-pound weights and 10-pound weights that we're going to use throughout, and vary them based on each exercise. We are going to also be using a wall for a wall sit, and you need something to step up onto. So if you have a bench, an ottoman, a box, a couch, a chair, whatever you would like to, go grab that. If you don't have anything, you can follow some modifications from me, all right? Without anything else to add, you two?
Nope.
Ready to
No,
go?
let's do it.
All right, then let's get started, guys.
Round 1.
All right, guys, so 8 exercises, 10 reps on everything. If it is a split-sided exercise, it's 10 per side. So we're gonna start off with a reverse lunge to forward press. So I've got my 10, you grab whatever weight you've got. As you go down into that reverse lunge, press that weight forward. Bring it in as you come up. Make sure you keep that core nice and tight, really focusing in on that front leg, controlling your lunging pattern. Annie and Jane are our counters again. So if that seems risky to you, count for yourself.
10.
Oh, they were together. We're switching legs. Those shoulders should be starting to burn here.
And 10.
Good. We're going to a single leg balance with a reverse fly. So I'm going down to my 5-pound weights. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to 10 on each leg because it's a split-sided exercise, right? So single leg balance, 10. If you're struggling a little with your balance here, guys, touch that toe to the ground in the back and keep working. If you have a BOSU or a stability pad at home, feel free to take that out and add a little bit of complexity to the exercise. Beautiful.
Wow.
So we have split squat with overhead press. So if you only have 2 weights and maybe they're light, I'll show you right now what you can do with pressing both arms the whole time. If you have a heavier weight, you can check out Jane or Annie here as they will press that weight single arm, all right? So get into your nice split squat stance, working for 90s at our knees. Either you've got 1 weight opposite the leg in the front, or you've got 2 weights, 1 in each hand. We're going down right up into that press. Remember that we're sitting into our hips, keeping our chest nice and vertical, not allowing ourselves to cave forward. Core is engaged.
10.
Switching your front leg and switching your weighted hand if you're not using 2 weights. Good. All right, so as you guys can probably catch on, since we've only done 3 exercises, there's a lot of shoulders going on today. So we are on a single leg lateral raise. So again, going down to our 5s, or still at your 5s for me, and we're balancing single leg while raising out to the side. I'm gonna have you guys rotate, thumbs pointing away from your body so that when you are up at the top of your lateral raise, they're pointing towards the ceiling. 10 on each leg. Here we go. Remember to keep that core tight, and whenever we're balancing on single leg, we're focusing on keeping that knee bent engaging our glute and sitting into that hip for balance. Good. Switching legs.
Like that first testimonial did.
Here we go. Again, if you're struggling with your balance, you can just tap that toe down. Just keep most of the weight on one of your feet. Woo!
Annie's trying to keep a smile on her face. That's fun.
Perfect.
Oh, baby.
Okay, so we have single leg RDL curl and press. So once again, you're either with one weight or you can use two. So if you guys want to show one weight, you can use the 10 dumbbell, be a little bit easier to curl.
I love that. Halfway through the splits, guys, like, why are we using these?
And I'll show you guys here. So if you've got lighter weights, you'll just press every time. If you've got a little bit heavier weight, you can use single, and we're gonna go opposite. So standing on your left, holding in your right. Again, you can curl and press standing on two, or you can stay on that single leg the whole time, maybe just putting a light toe down. Whatever you prefer to do, or whatever helps you keep a good tempo with your exercise here, and helps you keep that distribution of weight correct in your foot. So anytime we start doing single leg activities, you take an exercise to be stability, right? Stability is a lot harder. You typically can't go quite as fast, which is okay, but sometimes that can make you feel like you're falling behind in a workout, like when Jade's done before you.
Last one. Okay, I might not have counted right. I'm pretty sure I did, but only like 95%.
Okay, so we're switching legs now. RDL's on the other leg. And if you haven't, I didn't specify this right away, guys, but we are curling palms facing our chest as we come up and pressing palms away as we press to the ceiling, and then reversing that pattern down to our chest and then down to our hips. So 3 more exercises after this. Almost done with the first round. Good. Jane's just giggling next to me.
What's new?
What is new? Not a whole lot.
Last one.
Oh yeah. All right, guys, so we're gonna go to a wall sit. So I'm gonna have those, they can keep that 10, it'll be a little bit easier for them. I'll take a 5. What we're doing is we're gonna get in a wall sit, we're gonna forward press, lower to your hip, curl back up, forward press, lower to your hip. So 1 curl and 1 forward press, it's 1 rep. Look at, I got this height right here, perfect for me.
Oh.
I swear I'm not actually sitting, guys.
I thought you were gonna.
Yeah, that'd be nice, huh? Okay, so start at your chest. We're gonna press forward, down between those legs, curl up to your chest, press forward. So every curl is 1, so we're at 2 right now. Hopefully you guys are counting. So this might be one that you feel like you could go a little heavier in. The curl probably feels easy. The press is the harder portion. So just be cautious as you try to increase weight in each round.
10.
Perfect. All right, so you have upper body mountain climbers. The girls are gonna demo those. So upper body mountain climbers, elbows to palms, as you guys know, in that plank position. Every time they return to starting position or their elbows is 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you guys got that count at home. So remember, a wider base between your feet is helpful. It allows you to stabilize more at your hips and prevent that rocking. If you want to make it harder, you bring those feet in. Then you have less ability to stabilize your hips, and your core has to do a little bit more. Okay, so heart rate should be starting to rise. Now we're gonna really kick it into gear. You have a half burpee to a step up. So the girls are gonna use the bench as their step up. They're each gonna face in at it. They're gonna hop, they're gonna put their hands on the ground. They're gonna hop their feet out, hop their feet in, and then do a step up onto the bench, okay? And they're gonna switch. They can either do 5 on one leg and then 5 on the other, or they can alternate every other leg. It's up to you guys how you want to, but we're gonna do 10 total, all right? And we'll get a nice break after this. Here we go, guys. Make sure that as we do this, you guys are being conscious of your hips so that when you hop out, you're not allowing your hips to absorb the pressure, I should say your low back to absorb the pressure as your hips sag down towards the ground. When you hop your feet in, you want to try to get your feet flat on the ground. Now hip mobility and ankle flexion mobility, that's going to really vary your ability to do that. But what we want to avoid doing is keeping our chest super high and then just lifting everything from our back. So you want to be able to drop your hips lower towards your knees. So that was 10 for them. You might be moving at a different pace. Maybe you're already done or maybe you have a few left. That's completely fine. We are going to take a little bit of a rest break here. We're going to get some water and then we're going to come back out. So if you're still working right now and you want a longer rest break, just hit pause right now and come back in. I know that these two are little Energizer bunnies, but if you kept pace, great job. Let's get water and hit it right back. Round 2, guys, we are back with 8 exercises exactly the same. It is your opportunity to make any changes that you want. So more weight, less weight. Hopefully we're not going in the less direction. But remember, you'll be over halfway when you finish. So reverse lunge with a forward press. Here we go. Remember that front leg is really doing a lot of controlling in this range of motion. So you're really sitting into that hip. You're really driving out of the hip, out of the heel and midfoot. Just make sure that you're keeping your big toe flat on the ground. That big toe, and all the other toes actually, while we're at it, they're really big with balance and control. So while you want to make sure that you're keeping your weight midfoot to heel, you also need to be sure that you're keeping your whole foot planted on the ground.
10.
Woo!
Oh, man.
Reverse flies. Single leg balance, so you can get as aggressive with that balance as you'd like to. Bending your knee as much as you would like. Remember, this is where we could stand on a Bosu. Switching legs. It's a lot of shoulder load here today, guys. Just stay in control. Try to focus on keeping good form and a tight core to help you hit every rep. There we go. All right, split squat to overhead press. So again, you've got 2 lighter weights like me. We're gonna go with both weights for the whole time. If you've got a heavier weight like those two, you are gonna go opposite hand to forward leg. So here we go. 10 on each side. Similar to that reverse lunge, you wanna make sure you're sitting into your hips and you're keeping good full foot contact out of that front leg. I should tell me sooner.
Sorry.
Rude.
Count.
Oh, and talk? Just do it all.
You can.
What do I have you for?
Smile pretty.
Smile pretty. Woohoo! Saw that. So we're back on a single leg balance. So going back to probably your lighter weights. We are
Jacob did
lateral raise, single leg balance.
I was missing that one.
So remember, thumbs are facing away from us. As we start, we've got 10, keeping that nice solid balance, single leg. You'll see I keep looking down at the ground. I like to find my one spot, my focal point, and then I try to keep looking at it. Helps me maintain my balance. Big thing is, it's probably not going to work if you're looking at the TV as your focal point, because looking at a moving object is not ideal.
Looking at your shoulder.
Jane's just amazing.
It's not moving that much. What are we at?
8.
Woo!
Look at me doing both, guys. All I needed is someone to call me out on it. or 2 lighter weights, guys. Remember that the goal here is to maintain that balance. So if that means putting your foot down at the top or putting a light toe touch down at the top to get a little bit of relaxation or recovery, or just to feel more comfortable doing that press, maybe that foot down lets you do a little heavier weight overhead. That's a great thing as well. And remember the single leg RDL, guys, that's a slight bend in the knee, really pushing the weight back into your hips, getting a nice hip extension, feeling the load in our hamstrings and our glutes. 10. But do not do it with a locked out knee. Switching legs.
It's harder to switch.
What's that?
It's always harder to switch.
Yeah, a little adaptation when you go to switch. All I know is I just tried to go a little too deep. Pushed right on that baby. Pushed right up on my diaphragm and said, I'm gonna make you vomit if you do that again. Oh, pregnancy, yay. I'm thankful that I can still do so many things. I just remember seeing so many friends and family pregnant in the past. I couldn't quite get down to the floor anymore at this point to pick up toys or things that might have fallen.
Last one.
Jane, are you saying what to the rep count?
Yeah. I think I did 3 extra, but I'm not sure.
Jane's gonna have to watch on video later. All right, curl to press, guys. Front raise, curl I should say, to forward press. Wow, none of that made sense.
Nope.
Forward.
I know what you want. Ball sit, curl, forward raise.
Yes.
All those things.
All right, so we're going with a raise up, coming down. Nope.
Press.
Okay. Press. Don't listen to me. Press, in, and curling up. Here we go. Now she's got it. Good thing I have these girls here with me. Oh, such a just little sad laugh out of Annie. It was totally delayed. I think it was forced. I'm pretty sure she was like, I have to laugh at her toes.
Fatigue is real. Is that 10? I forgot to count. Okay. It might have been 11.
All right, guys. Upper body mountain climbers or plank climbers, however you guys want to call them. Remember, we're alternating up to those hands, down to those elbows. I know these girls go pretty fast here too, so we'll try to give you a little bit of a break before we move on to that next exercise. If you're keeping pace with them, that's awesome. That just means you get an extra break. Good. So sometimes we know what's coming, but you guys don't always know what's coming, so we move at different tempos. But reminder that now next is that burpee step-up. So if you need to move a box back out, or you have to move it away given your spot. And I did promise that I'd give you a modification. So if you can't do the step-up, you're just gonna do either a jump in place, or you're gonna do an extra squat. So it would be, I can show this. It would be hop out, hop in, stand up, and then do a squat, then go back down, okay? All right, here we go, half burpee and step up. So again, Jane and Andy are gonna move at a fast pace. Given their current conditioning level, their age, they really can fly through these reps. Don't necessarily try to keep tempo with them unless you feel like you're up for that challenge, that's great. But you will have time at the end to finish your reps before we move on. Consider that your feet are getting flat on the ground when you're jumping in. I know that can be harder depending on hip mobility. If you look at the difference between them, if you have a minute to look up, you can see that Annie hops with her feet a little bit wider, or excuse me, Jane does. Annie hops with a more narrow foot. Just as that's according to their hip mobility. And Jane's face plant there at the end. Because she didn't have to do any more, she's done. So, finish up your reps as you go. We are gonna have a break, get some water, and then come back in for our last and final round. and then you're done for the day.
Woo!
Round 3, guys, we are going to crush this, all right? So channel all of the energy you've got left to finishing this out. We're going with a reverse lunge and forward press. Here we go, guys. That was Jane who's constantly repeating 3, 3, 3, 3.
I champed.
She's excited.
This is 4 or 5, 6.
Okay. Good thing
7.
Annie is
Hey,
counting.
it was right, because we were round 6. Yeah. But now I'm not counting 10.
Woo! Cruising through,
And
guys.
I'm counting these forward presses.
Yeah, Annie did just tell us that it's her least favorite part of it. Woo!
Man.
Okay. Yeah, that was fast, a little up tempo. We are excited to finish up the 3rd round. Hopefully you are too. Reverse fly, single leg balance, guys. 10 on each side. Reminder to keep that knee bent. Reminder to not throw your weights around, but control them in both directions.
The first 2 weights.
I know, I was really trying to bend my elbows.
The first 5 are great, and then you're like, rep 6 just downhill.
Jane, you okay over there?
I'm good.
I'm at 10.
Yep.
Woo.
I had a little pause.
Jane, a
She's
little
just
balance
giggling
issue.
over there.
So overhead press, guys, either 2 small weights or 1 larger weight. Single arm. Load it up to those shoulders, find your 90s, and let's go. Woo.
Fast tempo. I like these ones. The faster you go, the more momentum. A little bit of a cheat, but.
Oh, Jane. I love her. Hard not to love a girl like Jane.
Oh gosh.
Well, remember, we're leaving it all out on the floor here today, guys. So try to keep up with this little faster tempo we're taking in round 3. Lateral raise, single leg balance. I don't know how up-tempo this one's gonna be,
Nope.
but let's do it anyways. Don't wanna hit Jane. There we go. That makes me feel better. Remember to keep a bend in that knee. That's 10, right?
Yeah.
Find that focal point. Think some happy thoughts.
Oh man.
Jane's all over the place. All right. Single leg RDL, curl and press. 2 weights if they're lighter, or if you're feeling like you got a lot left, 2 heavier weights.
We're halfway.
We are halfway. Hitting the bench. Oh. Keep that back leg bent a little. There it is again.
Sounds fun. I'm at 7, I think.
This is 6 right now, so we are 1 behind Jane, yeah.
As usual.
As usual. Good. Switching sides, guys. There's that bench again. It's hard being 6 feet.
So hard.
So hard. More control. More patience. More control. Is it 1 more?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And break, good. Wall sit with a forward,
It's a press.
forward press and curl.
Oh, those forward presses.
Andy's favorite.
So excited.
Just make sure you guys are keeping that back against the wall, all right? Here we go. Starting up at that chest, pressing, down, curl. Tendency as these go on, guys, is to allow your body to pull away from the wall, especially on that press. Make sure you're staying back against that wall. Weight nice and even in your whole feet. You don't want to be all in your toes.
10.
All right. Now it's up to them to finish the workout with you.
Yeah.
Upper body mountain climbers here, guys. Starting on your elbows. Remember, every time you return to your elbows is 1 rep. So count out your 10. Also consider switching. So consider what hand you're pushing off the ground with. At 5, switching to the other hand and pushing with the other, so you're getting the same work capacity on both arms. Core stays nice and tight.
Did it.
Did it. That's the last set of those. That's the really good news. I know they're not everybody's favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, just since we're almost done. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, guys, burpee step up. So you're either doing the burpee with them or the step up with them, or you're doing an extra squat at the top of your burpee. So remember, as we've said before, these two are going crazy. So it's your last round. If you can keep tempo, that's great. If you can't, work at your own pace, all right? Nobody's there to tell you what you should be doing. Make sure you keep that core nice and tight on that hop out and hop in so we don't put any load into our low back. That was a big sister move if I've ever seen one before. Right there. Okay, guys, so your heart rate should be pretty high. Hopefully you guys feel amazing from that workout, and it's the fact that it's done. That's always the best part. I look forward to a few months from now being able to do those with you guys at the same time. But until that time, this is what we've got, and we thank you for watching with us. We hope you have a wonderful weekend, or whatever you have going on, whenever you're using our videos. Please subscribe, please share. We love putting these together for you, and we love hearing from you. So, have a great day.
Bye.